Okay, so this video is a look at the differences between film mask and comic book mask. When I went watching the 1994 Jim Carrey film The Mask, I became an instant fan of it. It was a hit film which spawned a spin-off cartoon show, a range of action figures, and unfortunately a lame Jim Carrey-less sequel, Son of the Mask, which killed the franchise dead. But that original film was my first encounter with the character, and I wanted to know more about him. So when I saw this Mask graphic novel, I just had to get it, and boy was I in for a shock. In the film, Jim Carrey plays Stanley Ipkiss, who is a cartoon-loving nice guy bank teller, who finds a magic mask in a river which turns him into an all-singing, all-dancing cartoon superhero called The Mask when he puts it on. It was a great family film and rated PG. If they had made a faithful version of The Mask the way he is in the comic, it would have been an 18 certificate, if not completely unreleasable without a ton of cuts. The film and the comic couldn't be more different if they tried. In the comic, Stanley Ipkiss is still a loser, just not a lovable one. He doesn't find the mask, but buys it from an antique shop as a birthday gift for his girlfriend. When he puts on the mask, he still turns into a green-faced, indestructible character, like in the film. But this mask is more interested in gruesome revenge than singing and dancing. He uses the powers the mask gives him to kill anyone who has ever bullied or belittled him throughout his life, even making a kill list of targets. And the revenge he dishes out is with machine guns, axes and flamethrowers. The more violent the better. It's really shocking if you're only used to the tame Jim Carrey version. The changes don't end there. In the film, Stanley is the only mask, even though his dog and the villain also try on the mask. In the comic, Stanley gets shot by his girlfriend, who becomes the new mask. Then she gives the mask to the cop Calloway, who becomes the mask for the remainder of the story. Also in the film, the look of the mask changes depending on who's wearing it. In the comic, they all change into the same look, which is Jim Carrey's neutral look in the film. I've got to admit, I think the film's idea is better, that the look of the character changes each time it's worn by a different person. The film does keep one or two ideas from the original comic. Aside from a few names, the film's Stanley first seeks revenge on those who wronged him when he learns he has superpowers, including 2 rip-off mechanics. Which is taken from the source material. Also in the film, there's a scene where the mask starts to play with balloons, making balloon animals before making a balloon Tommy gun, which turns real and proceeds to spray bullets around the alleyway he's in. This scene is also in the comic. But this time all the bullets find their mark, as this is a different kind of mask. I've never met a purist fan of The Mask, but I always wanted to, as I bet they hate what Hollywood did to their favourite ultra-violent anti-hero. As I saw the film first, before reading the comic, I prefer the watered-down character, but I'm sure if it was the other way around, I would have preferred the hardcore mask. Okay, so that was a look at the differences between film mask and comic book mask, and hopefully you'll join me on another video sometime.